So once again, without a video, I do think that I am gonna have something with a video just very soon, but I don't know. Like, I would also like to have that, just besides everything, quite. Uh, yeah, I don't know. Like, let's talk about something. Let's just go through something. Maybe there's something on a subreddit that is rather interesting to go through and rather interesting to talk about. But yeah, let's see. Let's actually reload that page. And I could obviously also just record the screen as well. But I don't know. Like, I just don't know. A child's sense of curiosity is a wonderful thing, but not one that is always encouraged. It's time to harness children's fascination with the big questions of life through structured teaching of philosophy from a young age. Well, I do really honestly believe that teaching philosophy from an early age on is or could be one of the most important things for a child's life, because I don't know. And it is something that I've been talking about before as well, but I've been talking about this before. I think that philosophy has been, and I think will in the future also be a big part of my life. And yeah, I mean, it's just showing you different ways of thinking. It is showing you different ways of how you could view the world and how you could live your life, basically, in the end as well. But yeah, it's obviously difficult to teach that to children and to do that. But I would also say that it is maybe also leveling up their IQ. Just because philosophy has something to do with thinking and quite a lot to do with thinking, and and I would also say, like, maybe rearranging thoughts and organizing thoughts and just thinking around corners and probably also creative thinking, I could say, and I could argue. But yeah. I've recently realized I'm a toxic person. Today begins my journey to learn from my mistakes and grow. I think in general, realizing something and noticing something is extremely important and an extremely cool thing, even though it might be something negative, even though it might be something that's, bad, that you're noticing that you're toxic, which obviously is not something that's quite good, but you noticed it, or you have noticed it, and realizing something and noticing something is the first part of doing something about it, and or creating change and making change and changing this particular aspect and or facet of yourself, which I don't know, you couldn't do this without realizing it, because you wouldn't notice that it is there and you wouldn't know that it is there. So I think it is an amazing thing, but I wonder how you come to the conclusion that you are a toxic person. There might be different aspects or something, I don't know. Every single one of your ancestors got laid before they died. So high five to your grandpa, to apes, to fish apparently, cells, and also froggish, reptilish things. Well done. So don't give up. Well, yeah, I gotta have to say that, I don't know, like, everyone's time is gonna come. We are just getting so old. Yeah, I think for me it's just, it is a difficult topic. It really indeed is, because of course you can get laid very easily, in theory. because there probably is somebody that you also know and or have seen in your life that would like to be played by you. Or do you say it like this? I don't actually know, but the chance is way too high. Way too fucking high. But of course, like, is this a person that you also think is beautiful? Is this a person that you would like to be in a relationship within, if this is just a factor for you? And like, there's so many things that play into it that, out of this 100% chance, it's probably like, something a bit worse. I could think of, the chance is still the same, but what we're doing with it is another topic or is another story. Yeah, I don't think that you have to quite have done that by the age of whatever and so on and so on and so on, but yeah, I think that we all have time, and maybe it's just because of your preferences. I do like to think that things are because it's been my fault, because it makes it way easier for me to change something about that, because okay, it's me, so I have to change how I'm thinking about things. I have to change how I feel about things, what I'm saying, how I'm looking, how I'm smelling, whatever it is all about. It is about me. It is about how I am dealing with things, and it is about me in the end. And so I can change something about that, I can alter that. But if it is about something that's outside of my control, if it is about something that if it is something that has something to do with another person, and we can't change anybody, then it again, is a little bit more difficult. So really just, saying that it is your fault, and to some degree, and is an amazing thing. But yeah, if it is just too much of a thing, if you're doing it too much, then it could get a problem, or it could be a problem. But I haven't figured out yet where the point is, and where this line is between, okay, it is fine and it is good and it is amazing, to, okay, you should not be blaming yourself. Yeah, this is the right word, blaming oneself. Successfully switched to water from diet soda. Since I've lived on my own about 1 year, I've drank a lot of diet soda. My favorite is Diet Mountain Dew. I got to the point where I was drinking 5 to 6 a day, and I could literally open one and jug the whole thing. I'd get that satisfying burn in my throat. I justify it because it is diet, probably. Because it doesn't have any calories, yeah. I decided not to buy it anymore. The last 2 weeks, whenever I'm thirsty, I'll drink a glass of cold water. The first couple of days, it was really hard to get used to, and I felt very thirsty. But now it's been a while, and I love it. A glass of cold water is way more satisfying than soda. I'm also finding that my skin is much clearer and less dry, and overall, I just feel a lot better. I'm insanely proud of myself, just wanted to share. And I always like that. And I do also want to point out, like, there is a thing in the fitness community, I think, using artificial sweeteners and or stevia, which, it is a sweetener, but it's having no calories and whatnot, to use them instead of sugar, and a lot of them instead of sugar, because, I don't know, I'm having a sweet tooth as well. I like sweet things, but I've been able to really mitigate my amount of cravings, I would say. But I still don't think that it is very healthy to consume that many or that high amount of sweetness, whether it is artificial or whether it is something that's, stevia or whatnot, just because it's not having any calories. I still don't think that it is that healthy. And I don't know, like a little bit of an antidote, whatever. Today I kind of ate like it's been a cheat day, but it is actually not. And I've been eating too much. The last meal that I've had, which it's been like, I don't know, 20 minutes ago, I've eaten way too much, and it is something that I wasn't able to do on my quote unquote diet. My strict diet. And it kind of is a reminder for myself, even though I feel like, well, why am I so strict? Why am I doing so many things? Why am I so focused on optimizing everything and keeping everything in that optimized state? That, not doing that really reminded me of the fact that it makes sense. And, I've started it for a reason, and I've started it with something in mind quite. And so I don't know, like feeling good and just not feeling shit at any point in your day and or life especially, it makes sense, even though sometimes you might feel like, well, let's do something that's not that smart. But then you get reminded, well, it actually is not smart. So yeah, let's actually see how long I'm recording. Actually not that long, which is amazing, which gives me the opportunity to talk about other things. Reimagining the prescription pill bottle to create more sustainability and reduce plastic waste. I wonder. So it is a video. I'm actually very sorry to not show you this. But I'm gonna tell you what I'm seeing and what there is. But I think it's always an amazing idea to do that. What I'm just seeing there is that there's a lot of prescription bottles around on the earth, which at least in Austria, we are not having it in that way. When we are buying pills, then it is most often like the full package in terms of I don't know, like it's just paper, but they're saying it also like, okay, the prescription paper pill bottle, which is 100% compostable and biodegradable, labeling light and water resistant, apparently, which I can't validate. And it is out of paper. And they're also showing like the stance of it, how it gets folded together, and it actually looks pretty sturdy, to be honest. And you can download it. So you can also make it for your own, I see. Or it's just, I don't know, a thought. And you can grow flowers with it, apparently. The thing is an amazing thing. Like, I don't know, fuck plastic. Really. But it's a really nice design, I gotta have to say that. I wonder why there's no comments. But, I don't know, like I don't know if you can expand that, to just have a bigger one. But I still don't know, like this pill bottle. What's up with that? We are not having it, so I don't actually know it. Anyway, today I learned outlaw country superstar Waylon Jennings earned $25,000 during contract negotiations when he quietly walked out of the room to pee because the record company thought he had walked out in frustration. That's amazing. This is, by the way, something that I would never do. Even though, and it is the case with a lot of things in life. I wouldn't do so many things, even though I know that it probably might be effective. Just because I don't feel that it is the right thing. It might get me to my goal easier and or faster as well. But I don't really think that makes sense then. Like, I don't want to be associated with these actions or I don't want to have the legacy of, okay, this is the dude that walked out of a room just to get more and, just to show he's alpha and just to whatever. Like, I don't know. Maybe this is something that I actually have to change. I don't know. But yeah, these are my thoughts around legacy and stuff. A Memento Mori calendar in a spreadsheet. Like a good many of you, I saw this post and thought it was equally fascinating and morbid, though that is the intention to a degree. One of the things I saw in the comments was that some of you would be interested in purchasing one of the calendars and others who would if it was a bit more affordable. Having a bit of a background in spreadsheet programming, I made this Google sheet that thus can tell you the exact same thing, All you need to do is input your birth date into the cell next to the prompt, and the sheet does the rest. I put the maximum at 80 and each box as a week, just like the calendar in the original post. If you want to extend your copies, I do wonder what the original post is. This is fantastic, thank you, and Guardian. Well, though it might be worth mentioning that we need to use the freedom format of monthly, day, year, month, day, year. It is now edited, thank you. The freedom format. I still wonder why there is no, like, I don't know, why some countries are using a different way, like just, I think it is day, month, and year, or month, day, year. And sometimes it's confusing, and I wonder why this is a thing, why we're not just having it uniformly. Yeah, this is the word. But yeah, I know it is just such a minor thing. But I wonder what calendar they're talking about. I see. But I wonder what it is. Follow Stoic Reflections, which apparently is some site. Articles, home, wallpapers, Wednesday Wisdom, Memento Mori life calendar. Memento Mori life calendar. Is it actually a calendar for like your whole life? Well, it actually is. Is it for every day or is it for every month? Visualize your life in weeks and unlock your true potential. Your life is made up of 4,160 weeks, and I've designed this tool to help you make the most of them. Fill in a new square with each passing week, and you'll quickly experience improved focus on heightened perspective on life and a rush of motivation to the consistent action. Latin for remember your death, Memento Mori, is a powerful concept that's been used for centuries to help people focus on what truly matters. I do wonder what Stoic Reflections is having in terms of articles. Start a purpose project, reading list, discover stoicism, how a purpose project can lead you to fulfillment. Well, I don't know. Yeah, I think that I'm gonna end the episode there. So I do guess that maybe it's even way too long, 18 minutes. No, it's actually fine. Yeah, so it's actually the first recording that I've had in 3 days, I guess. Yeah, must be. So I wish you the best health, happiness, and also success, and also hope that you're gonna remind yourself and you're gonna be remembered, which basically means your legacy, and basically means just being a nice person and then being remembered as a nice person, which is a pretty cool thing. And yeah. 3 other things that I might have you are: why are you here? What are you trying to change? And what is bothering you the most? These 3 questions. So hopefully going to show you your purpose and maybe even a business idea, which is as well a pretty cool thing. One last thing and one last question that I have for you is: what could you essentially say to another person that is indeed going to change their life? Because I totally believe that we all can say something and we all can communicate something that's indeed going to change somebody's life. And with that being said, I'm going to see you next time. Bye-bye. Please take care of yourself, your family members, your friends, and all of your loved ones. So please keep that in your mind. Thank you.